Hello everyone, today we are doing Future Love / Finding New Love. So, we have 3 piles today. We have the 8 of Wands with the amethyst cluster. We have the 7 of Wands with the Shasta opal. And then we have the King of Wands with the clear quartz. So go ahead and take a moment to choose your pile. Now that you have chosen your pile, go ahead and click it in the description. We'll get to your reading. Alright, pile 1, if you chose the 8 of Wands and the amethyst cluster, I was saying crystal cluster, then this is the pile for you. So we're going to go ahead and start off with pulling a card for how will you meet. So we have the Tower. Now, this indicates that you're going to be meeting through a stressful time in your life where there's like a huge major change where it feels like it kind of like struck you out of nowhere. And you're just going to feel like whatever, was going on in your life is starting to crash down. But this is someone who's going to come across your path during a time period that is very hard for you. Now, this person, it can be someone who may be comforting you through this process, or someone who's able to lend a hand and help you out. But for some reason, this person will be a significant person in that time period. So something about them will kind of stand out amongst other people that may be around. So they're going to be kind of like your safe space, your guardian within this time period. They're going to be the ones that's going to help put out this fire. So like whatever it is that will be crashing down upon you during that time, they'll kind of be like your hero in a sense. Like something about them will stand out in that way, and it's going to give you an idea like, okay, this is the person right here. Like it's going to be a little hint. So next we're going to pull out a card for when in time will you meet. Alright, so you have the King of Wands. So you can be meeting them within 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, or I'm trying to remember, I think Wands is summertime, so sometime during the warmer months in the summer. And we're going to go ahead and pull a card for is something blocking you from your union. Right, so we have the 5 of crystals. Okay. What's kind of funny is that protect and abundance almost looks like what's happening in this picture. It looks like she's like really protecting her, like what she has. And so I think in this context, it could be your abundance, but really I think it's more of like also your heart in a way. Like you feel like maybe, especially if you're going through a tower moment, and you feel like you've just been hurt and beaten down so bad that it's like causing you to want to close off from others. So I think like not being as open with your personality and who you are could be kind of blocking your union, because it's hard for people to find you that are for you if you block them out. And so I think that might be something that you're going to have to overcome. Let's see. Protect says you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. So yeah, maybe you feel like you've been kind of like used in the past as well. And I think it's important, of course, to look after yourself and not, let people don't cross your boundaries and like overuse you, because you're only human, and you can't be expected to do more than what you want to do, because again, it's like kind of like your life kind of thing. So I think that is healthy, but it's also healthy to be more open and kind of like, you can trust people and let them in, but also like as long as you know your boundaries, you're fine. Like, you just stay stern within that, but it's important to let people in at the same time. It kind of feels like you're not even allowing for that. You're just like more shutting off and pushing them away and keeping to yourself. And I think that's something that will have to be overcome for this to work. And then we also have abundance. We'll flip this. So abundance says you're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on the way. So I think it goes back to that protection. I mean, it's just like, not trusting people, not thinking that like the right person is going to come to you. And so that's causing you to put up that shield. And, you're having like it's almost like she has like the swords in front of her. Like that's what she's doing to protect her. No one's going to step too close or they'll get stabbed kind of thing. So I think that like, it's just trusting and being more open and trusting that the good people will come to you. You don't have to shut everyone off in protection, so just as long as you have your boundaries up, you're going to be okay. Next, we're going to pull a card for what do you need to work on to be ready for this relationship. Right, so we have the Ace of Stars, which is the Ace of Pentacles. And we're going to also pull another oracle. So we have the Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. And we have the Dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So yeah, kind of just healing that inner wound that you are carrying around from whatever past that has hurt you, being used, to people crossing your boundaries, not caring about how you feel about things. Kind of just releasing that and just looking more forward to the new and allowing more people to come in and just being more giving of yourself and your heart. I mean, that's what this Ace of Stars is giving me here, is just being able to give yourself not necessarily emotions here, but it's also like intellect, interest, opinions and thoughts on things, just being true and honest about, how you feel about the world, and, letting them know that like it's not set in stone, it's open. We're always open to learning more information and changing, what we believe from there, but just being able to share what we've gathered so far from our experience, and being able to share that with others and celebrate that. I mean, that's part of your truth, your clarity and truth of who you are. And so, yeah, it's just being open about who you really are inside and letting other people know about it. Now, we're going to pull a card for what are they like. Ooh, the moon. So I feel like this person is going to be kind of mysterious at first. They're going to be like more introverted, someone that you feel like you're going to have to like crack open to see like how they truly feel and what they truly believe and think. I think that this person is a very strong-willed type person. Very like they're someone who propels forward. They don't seem to linger in the past too much. I feel like they're pretty good at staying present and moving forward and grounded within themselves. I'm also going to pull an archetype for them. Wow, we have an angel. Helping those in need with no expectation of return, which is interesting because they are going to be someone who's going to be helping you through this tumultuous, I don't know the word, tumultuous, you know, this hard moment in time that you're going through. This is going to be someone who is going to be helping you out and not expecting anything in return. And so naturally, I feel like you're going to admire that. You're going to find that this is someone that truly, genuinely cares about your well-being. And, you know, the fact that they are this type of person that wants to move forward and propel forward, I think that's also going to be encouraging for you because you too will not want to linger in the past and move towards what is next for you, what is in alignment with you now. And I think that this person is really going to be encouraging of that for you. They're going to be very nurturing for you. I think you guys are going to have a very close relationship, and I think they're going to teach you to learn to be the same with others. Like you're going to be very more loving and open with others. Instead of having to feel like you're protecting yourself, you're going to be more thinking about, you know, not necessarily more about how they're going to hurt you, but more about how can, you know, you nurture them as they're going through things. So I think you're going to start looking more outwardly as time goes on. And, you know, again, you're going to be having that like sturdy place where you know yourself, and that, you know, naturally people who are like you are going to come towards you and are going to be a part of your life. But at the same time, while you are grounded within yourself, you'll be able to focus on other people and trying to help encourage them to get through what they're going through as well. So next we're going to say characteristics of your relationship. So we have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like this is a relationship you're going to want to protect, because I feel like once you get in it, you are going to realize this is something that you truly care about, and this is someone that you truly care about as well. And it's like you're going to want to keep it with you at all costs. It's going to be very inspiring to you, very healing to you. I think this is going to be a very positive and nurturing relationship. So, yeah, I feel like, you know, whatever troubles that may come in between you two, I feel like you're going to be ready to fight for it. You're going to be ready to make those compromises and figure it out. Now, I'm not saying this is your forever person, but I am saying that this is going to be a very significant relationship for you in terms of your spiritual and personal growth, and just finding someone that you genuinely care about and that genuinely cares about you. So another character, since we have disappearing, invisible, ghosting, running. So I think at first you might still be like in your old ways, like set in your old ways of like not wanting to open up and being like, I don't know, you'll be in this like position where you'll feel more shut off. But I feel like that's something that you're going to have to release, that's why the saying of blockages from your relationship. You're going to have to be more open and let them in and more trusting for them. And that's going to allow your relationship to flourish. We have another elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. Conflicted, decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. So maybe like a thing that you're just very hesitant to enter the relationship. I don't know if it's going to have something to do with like parts of their personality that's not like something that you've ever dated before. Maybe they're like into like completely different things, or their lifestyle is completely, like you find their lifestyle odd or something. Like there might be like something about them that you're just, I don't know, you just feel not the most compelled to them. Maybe like just something that makes you feel more cautious around them, and so that's you might be a little bit confused of what you want. Okay, it's a lot of cards. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I have curse, loyalty, so we have trusting, reliability, believing, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. So maybe you're going to have some negative thoughts about the relationship. You're going to have your doubts. Alright, so I pulled some tarot to clarify the, what is it called? The elusive card, and we have the Emperor. So, I feel like maybe this person again might stray from your usual type, and so that's going to cause you some doubts. I mean, I feel like you're going to enjoy like certain attributes about them, that they, truly care about you genuinely and are there for you. But it does seem like they may not be your usual type. So, let's see the future potential of this. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling good about it until these last few cards. We'll see. Okay. We do have the Page of Wands. So it is something that could grow into something very passionate. It feels like, you can fight towards it a little bit. Like it's something that you can build upon. I don't think it'll be immediately per se. But I feel like if you guys end up liking each other enough, then you could continue the relationship forward and you'll have the urge. I mean, I do have, again, the Seven of Wands was there. So it's like something that you want to fight for. So I think that you ultimately, deep down inside, you're going to end up wanting to fight for this relationship. And so you might go through these like doubts, these bouts of, I almost want to say self-sabotaging, almost, of just like wondering if this person is actually there for you and loves you, whatever. But we have loyalty here, so I think that they will. And I just think, again, it's just allowing you to be yourself and trusting that they're going to respect that and nurture that. And if they don't, then, goodbye. But I do think that, again, it's something you guys are going to have to build upon together here. No, my camera's gonna die. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Let's do some. All right, so let your friends help you. And passion. So yes, I do think that if you guys become really close and have a good relationship as friends, I think that the passion will grow. So I think there is a good chance for that. It's up to you if you want to allow it to get to that level or not. Anyway, that is all the messages that I have for you, Pile 1. Stay sentient, stay kind. Thank you, and I hope you find your next love soon. Alright, Pile 2, if you guys chose the Seven of Wands and the Opal from Mount Shasta, then this is your pile for your next relationship. And I can already tell you, this is something that you really want. It's a relationship that you feel like you've been wanting one for a while, kind of thing. So this feels like something that you're ready for. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. So the first card we're going to pull is How Will You Meet? Whoa. I'm trying to remember if 7 of crystals is that might be swords. All right, so 7 of swords and 10 of cups. So I see that this will already be a significant time in your life. I feel like you're going to feel like everything is already blossoming for you. Everything is going well. And it's going to be something that you feel very protective over. And I feel like with this person that you meet, they're going to be someone that will want to be helping you along this journey, because it's almost like a part of them needs some of your success for their journey to propel forward as well. And it'll be beneficial for the both of you guys, but you're going to be kind of protective. Like, it feels like you may not want to let them in on it because you don't want them to like take too much away or take advantage of you or the situation. But I truly do feel like could be someone that could be in addition to it, or they could be taking it away from it. We're gonna see. We'll take a look. But if you are going to be ending up in a relationship with them, then more than likely it's going to be more on the positive note, because you're already going to be protective of what you've already created and made. So it wouldn't make sense for you to share it with someone that you wouldn't trust. Unless they're a really good actor, we'll see. So the next card is, when in time will you meet them? So we have the Fool, and so I feel like you're going to meet them very, very soon, like within the next month kind of thing. Like, it's going to be extremely soon. So whatever you're doing, you're already flourishing right now. Currently, it feels like you're going to be continuing on what you do, the path that you're on now. You're not really going to want to be taking on new ventures. It could be a thing that this person offers you a new venture, like, hey, join me on this project, because they see like you're doing so well in what you're doing that they're like, wow, you could be really beneficial for my project too. Do you want to collab, kind of thing? And so I feel like, that's why I'm going to be part of that hesitancy. But I can see here, it just seems like it's almost like right now kind of thing. Like, it seems pretty immediate that you're going to be meeting them. So, let's see, we have, the next one will be, is something blocking your union? All right, we have the Hierophant, which is giving me possible divine timing kind of thing. Like, they're going to be coming when they need to come, which is going to be, again, very soon. So this long awaited relationship is going to be blossoming before your eyes. It's time. It's finally time. And it seems like, just continuing to have the patience for it to unravel. I mean, it's coming soon, but I'm trying to see what else blockage this could also mean besides just, I think maybe being in alignment with your intuition also could be another blockage. I feel like maybe you might fight against it. Like, you might be a little bit too logical in your decisions, which is, and again, it's important to be logical. I'm not saying like don't be logical or, don't look for red flags or anything, but I think being in alignment between spiritual, logical, and emotional, I think they all should be aligned. So kind of just getting that all in alignment, I think, was going to help you, like really listening and honing into your intuition about how you feel about the person and the situation is really going to help you. And I think that maybe that's something that you haven't been able to align perfectly in the past, and that could have also caused more of a blockage. So maybe you could have pushed the wrong people away. You've been bringing in the wrong people, pushed the right people away and bringing in the wrong people. Oh, I'm going to pull an oracle for this. Any blockages? So we have reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what don't. It's time for your some life cleanup. So yeah, I think, again, it's just more about following your intuition and what feels right of who you should have in your life or not. Kind of just really hone into that, really think about it. And usually the answer will come to you without you thinking too hard about it. It's just like, just sit there and be honest with yourself, and take that time to like meditate alone and really look at the situation as an outsider, and don't be too emotionally involved within the situation. Just just kind of see it as if you were someone who was like watching this play out, like watching this like in a TV show or a movie, and you're watching these characters play out these scenes. What advice would you give them? Like what do you feel like that they would be the right action for them? Should they stay with that person? Should they leave them? That kind of thing. So I think being able to reassess in that way is going to help tremendously. Next, we have, what do you need to work on to be ready for the relationship? So we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, so I think kind of being accepting of new love, being accepting of new help within your whatever this is going on. I think being able to allow that person in, because again, I feel like they're going to be making some kind of offer to you. They're going to be like, hey, can you come help me on my project? And you're going to be like, no, because you're kind of protective of your stuff. You don't want to touch it. But I have a feeling if you do end up helping and joining forces and helping them in, I think you guys are going to grow a really close friendship and relationship. And I think that is really what's going to kindle that, is that being able to work together on this project. I think that's going to be how you guys come together, honestly, how you discover who each other are and get to know each other better and spend time together. So even if their project doesn't work out, it's not like a total waste. You're not like investing too much of just don't invest like too much of your like money into it or something, but like being able to provide your services and like what you're good at, I think is going to help. Being able to collaborate with them is going to be what the go-to thing will be. So again, I'm going to pull an oracle for what do you need to work on to be ready for this relationship. So we have mirror. It says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and introspection. A lot of this comes back to just being able to do that reassessing and really looking inside of reflecting upon what you've been accepting into your life, what you've been pushing away, and just kind of being able to look at yourself as if you're an actor in a movie and not necessarily being so emotionally in it. Like just being able to separate yourself from that is going to help you decide what is best for you. So now we're going to pull a card for what are they like. So this person is going to be a go-getter. Like they know what they want and what they want to achieve, and they're going to be very intelligent, and they're going to race towards what they want. They're going to be able to research and figure out what they want to do. And I feel like with this person, they might propel forward a little too quick. Like they don't seem like much of a planner. Like they're not like mapping out their life. They're kind of they're just like, I just want to go and do it and figure it out along the way kind of thing. Like they just seem like they're not a procrastinator. They're like jumping head first straight in. So they might come on a little strong. So that may be another reason why you're like, that's why they're coming for you. Like, help me on this project. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's go. Like they're going to have like that kind of energy surrounding them. That go-getter. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's not like they're, lazy. They know what they want and they're going to go for it kind of thing. Like they're not going to be shy away from getting what they want. So yeah, this does seem like a very outgoing person and a very like, it's gonna be like, if you know Aries energy, like they're gonna be like upfront with who they are, and they're just gonna be like, I'm gonna get what I want kind of thing. Like I want it now, I'm gonna do it. Like I don't know, it just has like that kind of energy around it, some kind of fire sign for sure. And I'm going to pull an archetype card for them. And if anything, you can use that kind of personality to propel you forward. Like, yeah, let's keep it going. Let's, even though, you know, you're already successful, it's like, they'll encourage you to keep going. I'm sure you're already encouraged, but they'll really spice things up for you. So we have Avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society and oneself. So yeah, that's like a good thing too. I feel like this is someone who tries to be very moral, basically. Like, they try to be very fair, and they don't like injustice kind of thing. Like, if they see something that bothers them, again, they're going to say something about it. They're not going to just let it go willy-nilly and let things get away. Like, people get away with things. It feels like they are ready to jump in where needed kind of thing. So now we're going to look at characteristics of your relationship. Sorry, that one was my fault. That was not the cards. Okay, there we go. Whoa, 2 of Cups. You guys already hit the jackpot. Very mutual, loving relationship. You guys are going to both have feelings for each other. You're both going to reciprocate. You're both going to put in the work and effort to make it continue to work. You're both emotionally going to be there for each other, emotionally vulnerable. You're going to have a very strong foundational relationship. You're both going to, especially if you guys are both working on this, almost looks like a wand in the middle. So like, it comes back to that collaboration. Like, if you guys are both building things together and working on things together, I feel like you're both going to equally put that in. And if anything, this person, you know, might be more than a lover. They might turn into a business partner coming up here. All right, so we're going to look at some more attributes in the Oracle. Obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. So you guys are going to have an obsession for one another. You're going to admire one another a lot. This seems like a really good relationship. I am feeling good about this. Ooh. Emotional storm. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. So you guys might go through some struggles together. It won't be willy-nilly, perfect forever, all the time. I mean, we have silence, frozen, a word, stonewall. So you guys might go through some tough times, but in the end you have longing, craving, wanting. So I think you'll be able to mend whatever complications come up between you two, honestly. Whoops. And we have possibilities, free spirit, adventure, risk. So I do feel like you guys stick together through everything. I feel like you're going to be able to come back together and work through it all. Like, I do see like a very strong relationship working through the struggles. I see it's that partnership. It's that 2 of Cups that's really going to be holding you together. And last but not least, we're going to do future potential of the relationship. So we have 2 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, you may have opportunities to travel together. I do see some hesitancy because it could be like scared to leave behind everything that you're building, like the work and everything else, to like just take a break and work and take a break from work and like doing stuff that's going to cost money and take time away and things like that. But I do think that it would be great for you guys to step out of that comfort zone and travel and experience new adventures and cultures and sites and cities. And I think that, that's something they could really enjoy together. I see like different like parks and stargazing, and I don't know, I feel like you guys will have a lot of fun together if you travel and you learn more about each other and you grow closer through those experiences, and you may be inspired to do like for more like what you're building, like whatever work and things that you're creating now, you may feel inspired on like how can you enhance it, or how can you what else can you put into, like the other cultures might do things differently to where like it will inspire you, especially like designs, creativity, architecture, all of that. I think it will all go into personal growth, and I think that it's going to only bring you guys closer. I'm going to pull some oracle for future potential. Oh, this already. Oh, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So it's making me also feel like the Two of Wands could also be a thing, like if you have to travel for work, I feel like that might be kind of hard for you to feel like you're separating from them, but just kind of realizing that you're doing this to build and continue your life and your future, and knowing that it's only temporary, it's not permanent. So it might be kind of like there might be things that you're gonna have to go through where you guys aren't able to spend as much time. It might be long distance basically for a little while, like you won't be able to spend as much time together, but you'll have to think about if your relationship is worth it or not, and weigh your pros and cons on what you really want to do. All right, and then release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So yeah, I see like a lot of positivity from this relationship, but I can't say for certain if this will be the one or long term. I'm not getting the most confident answers about that. So this could, either allude that you guys might eventually separate for good, or that you might go through a situation where, again, you're like traveling for work, and you might be holding on to some people from the past that you're having to release to really move forward together within the relationship, or they have someone that they need to release for you guys to be on the same page. But you guys have the Two of Cups, so it makes me feel like you guys are working on it at the same page. But it might be something where at the end, it may not work because of work, or it's hard to say on here. Let me get some clarification about this separation and release your ex. What is that about? Yeah, I really think it's about work, like what you're building. You might have to come at a crossroads of deciding if this person is going to be able to fit into your life with what you're building. And I think also, it's awesome that you guys are going to be like collaborating on projects in the beginning. Like that's how you guys are going to kind of start off. But in the long term, that's something that you're going to have to figure out if that's something you can continue or want to, or how it will work, depending on how, much you value the relationship. All right, those are all the cards that I have for you, Pile 2. Thanks so much for coming to your reading. Stay sentient, stay kind. Bye. All right, Pile 3, if you chose the King of Wands and the Clear Quartz, then this is going to be your reading. So I can already tell you that this is going to be a relationship that you do feel very passionate about, and I think you guys are going to feel passionate towards each other. So this is going to be some exciting times. It's not going to be just any old, I'm going to try out dating this next person, whatever, we'll see where it goes. I feel like this is going to be someone that you truly care about and are very interested in. So first we're going to take a look at how you will meet. So we have the Page of Stars. So I think that you'll be meeting at a time in your life where you're going to be moving on to a new phase. You're going to be feeling very inspired and very excited about the direction you're going in, but it feels like everything is going to feel fairly new. It's like it's like it's going to be something that you may not have like a lot of knowledge over or towards, but you're still going to be working towards it anyway. Like you're ready to learn along the way and find your foundation. I also have the High Priestess, so whatever it is that you're going to be going toward is going to be something that you feel like is in alignment with you. It's going to feel very true to you, and you're going to be trusting ever so much that you are going in the direction you're needing to. And so what this new venture is, even though it may be scary and you're not sure where it's going exactly, you do have that confidence within yourself that it is going in the direction it needs to. So next we're going to pull a card for when you will meet. Oh, this is how you will meet, sorry. We're like, yeah, like that's not specific, that's just what's going on during the time. I feel like whatever this new venture is, it's going to be someone that is also interested in something similar. So I think that you guys could be meeting through like a class or a club or an event. It's going to be something that is going to be in regards to what this new venture is that you're going towards. I think you're going to be have the similar interests, and so you guys are going to cross paths within some kind of gathering that is going to be like, a gathering, like I said, either a class, a club meeting, an event, or just like a store or book club or something that is going to be in regards towards what you're trying to work towards. So next we're going to do when in time will you meet? All right, so you guys can be meeting within 7 months. I think during this time, it'll be a lot of you spending time alone and figuring out the process of and why like you want to go on this new venture. I feel like you're going to be really having some major life changes around this to kind of adapt to allowing this to being a part of your life. And so this is going to cause you to spend a lot of alone time and just kind of questioning everything that you've built upon until then, kind of thing. Like just a lot of reassessing and seeing what direction you want to go in next. I feel like there's gonna be like a lot of planning going on. So that'll be kind of a time in your life where you're not going to be the most social and going out all the time, and you won't let distractions get to you. I think you're going to have your eyes on the prize. You're going to be very centered and going straight towards the direction you need to go in. But I do see it happening within the next 7 months. Next, we're going to do, is something blocking you from your union? So we have the Fool, so I think that's just I think it's you not going on that venture quite yet. But I feel like once you start putting yourself out there, again, like doing classes or clubs or meetups, events, I feel like putting yourself out there and really embarking on this journey, really fully committing yourself to this journey and fully embracing it is going to allow you the opportunity to cross paths with them and meet them. So I'm going to pull an oracle for is there something blocking your union? So we have surrender. You're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. So yeah, I feel like just surrendering to this journey, like just understanding that you don't know where you're going and that it is something that's unfamiliar territory, and just kind of surrendering yourself to that and allowing yourself to figure it out along the way. You don't have to have all the answers to begin it and to really put yourself out there. You piece it together along the way. That's part of the fun of the journey. So I think just being able to do that and allow that for yourself and allow yourself to be brave enough to take on these new ventures is going to put yourself out there and going to cross people who are similar to you and have similar interests. Now we're going to do, what do you need to work on to be ready for this relationship? So we have justice in reverse. That's all about just being honest with yourself about what you feel is right for your life and what isn't. So not letting other people kind of guide your life, not letting other people tell you, like, you know, play it safe or like go this route, or, you know, like people will always have opinions on like what's best for you and what's the safest route so you don't get hurt or you don't get in a place where you could lose everything, like that kind of thing. And I understand, like, those are people who love you and care for you and they don't want to see you get hurt, but you have to allow yourself to see what are your boundaries, what are you willing to sacrifice, or what are you willing to put as a risk to receive what you want or what you want in your life. Is it worth the risks to you? And so I think that's something that you need to self-assess on your own, which is part of this hangman energy over there anyway. I think that's going to be really important for you, is kind of figuring out on your own and not letting other voices tell you what is best for you, and kind of just figuring that out by yourself is going to allow yourself to be prepared for the relationship. Because when you guys come together, I think that you'll both have that grounded footing and like, this is what I want for my life and this is what I'm willing to sacrifice, put at risk, and this other person will be like, oh, that's cool, I'm the same, or like, ooh, I don't know if I would step that far, but I am stepping this far. So you guys can like elaborate with each other and like really connect and be real with each other about what you really want, and you get to come to each other as your truest forms. So again, we're doing, what do you need to work on to be ready for this relationship? Okay. Girl with the snake. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. So yeah, I think that goes back to like finding out your boundaries and who you want to be and who you are and what you're willing to do. I think is going to be your biggest, to make that flatter, be your biggest helper with finding this person and being able to let this relationship last, being able to stand your ground and knowing what you want and your boundaries. And then, because that will bring more mutual respect within each other's, for each other, because you know what each other's thinking and what each other will allow or not allow. So next, I'm going to pull a card for what are they like. So we have a 7 of crystals. So this person may not be the most open. I feel like they might keep their cards close to their chest. So that might be someone that you have to like crack open to get to know more. Especially when it comes to like, I wouldn't say necessarily feelings, but maybe their deepest opinions on things. Like they don't want to like start rifts or fights or separation. And so I think, they have to learn to be more comfortable in opening up to like what they truly believe or what they truly think about things and feel about things. So I think that's something that you guys might have to work on together. I'm going to pull an archetype card for them. So we have Exorcist, freeing yourself of others, and others of destructive impulses. So I feel like this person's going to be someone who's very good at self-growth. I think this is someone's going to be very invested and becoming the best version of themselves. So I feel like if there's any issues that ever rise in your relationship and you guys talk about it, I feel like this person will genuinely care what you have to say and actually take the actions to work on it and to better themselves. Or if you give them advice on like, you know, a direction, or you're like, I think you should do this instead, this, because I don't think that other way is working for you, or whatever, I feel like they'll take in consideration what you have to say. So genuinely, I feel like this is going to be a very open person who is ready for growth, and that's a very positive attribute to be in a relationship with someone like that. They may not be perfect, but someone who has good intentions is really the basis of what people need. Now we have characteristics of a relationship. So we have the Page of Wands. Again, I feel like this is a journey that you guys are going to be embarking on together. And I love how at the end we have the King of Wands. So I do believe that this could be something that you guys, you know, I feel like you're both going to be very, very passionate about very similar things. I think you're going to have a lot in common, and you're going to be able to easily push each other to and inspire each other. Honestly, inspire is a great word. You guys will be inspiring each other to create what you're wanting and being able to propel forward and what you're doing. I mean, you guys are going to be like each other's cheerleader, and honestly, you guys are going to be like throwing ideas back and forth because you guys are interested in the same things. You guys are like both doing your own outside studying and coming together and sharing notes and trial and error on different techniques, and you guys are going to learn from each other. And so I feel like you guys are going to become masters by the end of this relationship. You guys can become King of Wands together, because you'll be starting as the Page of Wands. So you guys have a lot of potential. I think this is where the foundation of the relationship will start, with similar interests and being able to inspire one another and really get excited to be around one another. There's going to be a lot of passion and love there. So this came out for the other pile as well. We have trickery, dishonesty, deception. And we have commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity. So I feel like, again, what's going to happen is that this person, I feel like, is going to be kind of more shut off in the beginning. So they're going to be like a coconut or an egg. I guess an egg would be, I'm only saying coconut because they're harder to crack. They'll have to be like a coconut you have to crack. So, you know, allowing them to give them the space to be able to open up to you, I think is going to be a lot, because in the long term, I see a commitment coming in. Like, I see this person getting very serious with you. I'm not saying it's going to end in marriage, but I do see that it's going to become a very serious relationship. So now we're going to end it with future potential. All right, we have the Lovers. So it's very possible that you two are soulmates, in fact. It makes sense if you guys have a lot in common and you guys are becoming King of Wands together. Like, you guys are being able to create this beautiful life together. I can see, like, you guys' union is supported from the universe. So I think this is going to be a very, very beautiful relationship. It's going to be a very strong bond. So we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, it's going to be kind of hard in the beginning. I feel like this person's going to have this shell around them that you're going to have to crack open. And I think just growing together and working on things together and just focusing on your passions together is really going to help them put down their walls. And we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this may feel like someone who's very familiar to you, and you guys are just going to have like a connection that's going to stand out from others in the past. So again, I can't say for sure this will end in marriage, but it is very promising that it's going to be a very long-term committed relationship, and you guys are going to feel very familiar with each other, very comfortable around each other. And yeah, I just see a lot of beautiful energy. So this is a relationship to be excited for. All right, pile 3, thank you so much for coming to your reading. Stay sentient, stay kind. Hope to see you next week. Bye. Bye.